Aussie payments fintech Airwallex is planning to hire up to 500 new workers this year, in stark contrast to other tech companies which have been cutting roles. Joining me now is Airwallex Head of Strategy, Amelia. Amelia, thanks so much for your time today. Can you just talk us through how Airwallex can be hiring when so many tech companies are firing at the moment?
Thanks, Ed. It's great to be here today. So at Airwallex, we're seeing very, very strong demand for our products, and that's why we're hiring up to 500 people globally and 100 people based here in Australia to complement our existing headcount of 200 people across our Sydney and Melbourne offices.
Yeah, what sort of roles are you looking to fill at the moment? What sort of jobs are we talking about here?
Yeah, so we're looking at a variety of different roles. So primarily across our technology, so our engineering and product teams, but also in other parts of the business, including the commercial team.
Okay, so you've got about 200 roles currently in Australia. Where are they based at the moment, and where's the main offices overseas?
Yeah, so the main office in Australia is our Melbourne office. Our company was actually founded with just 4 people 7 years ago. And since then has expanded to international markets. So that's, we've got offices in the UK, in Europe, in Asia, in America, to complement our existing very strong presence in Australia.
Yeah, I know Airwallex was recently valued at about $5.5 billion US. Just explain to us what Airwallex actually does. Yeah,
so what Airwallex does is we're a one-stop shop platform for businesses who want to operate internationally. So what that means is that if you're a business who wants to transact internationally, or perhaps do business with someone in the US or in Asia or in the UK, at the moment that can be a very onerous process. So in order to set up a business bank account in, say, the United Kingdom, you need to have a director based in the United Kingdom or Europe. Now, if you're an Australian business, you might not have that. So that could be a really costly and onerous process. So the core of our proposition is what we call a global account, which is an account which allows you to transact in a large number of different currencies and make local payments in up to 60 different jurisdictions globally. And on top of that, we're expanding our offering to include things like employee expense cards and payment acquiring. So the idea is that if you want to run your business, and most businesses today are doing some kind of international spend, whether they realise it or not. So for instance, Facebook advertising spend can be considered international spend, or paying for subscriptions internationally, or paying a supplier internationally. We want to help you do that without even having to think about it. So you run your business and we'll take care of the rest.
And what sort of companies are your clients? Are they small businesses, medium businesses, or really large businesses too?
Yeah, so it's a range. So we have some great ready-made off-the-shelf products for small businesses here in Australia. So we service a lot of e-commerce businesses, a lot of tech businesses, but also businesses who do things like offshore staffing, import-export businesses, so freelancers. That's on our small end of the scale. And then we also have significant partnerships and work with businesses like Qantas on their Qantas Money program, and Stake, which is a share trading platform based here in Australia.
Yeah, lots of tech companies over the past couple of weeks we've been seeing stories have been cutting jobs. Google, Amazon, Salesforce, just to name a few. So is part of this hiring announcement today a bit opportunistic? Because there should, in theory, be lots of talented people now looking for roles across parts of the world pretty soon.
Yeah, exactly. I think, the first thing I'd say is that we're growing significantly as a business. So we were hiring anyway. In the context of the sad news that we're seeing, not just today from Google and Microsoft, but also in recent months from companies like Stripe and Meta, we're in a position where we can, capitalise on the opportunities in the market and continue to invest. Because in the end, hiring tech talent can be extremely difficult, and the labour market, as we know, is extremely tight at the moment. So we're in a really, really great position as a business to continue to grow in this current market.
Well, Amelia from Airwallex, thanks so much for your time today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.